Welcome back to Economics Learning. Today we'll discuss necessity of joining WTO World Trade Organization by Pakistan and other developing countries or developing countries and WTO World Trade Organization. As we know that after Doha Declaration, all the members of GATT General Agreement on Tariff and Trade automatically became the members of World Trade Organization, and the same is the case with us. However, the importance and justification of joining World Trade Organization on the part of Pakistan becomes evident from the following. First one is it is said that free trade lead to better allocation of resources and increase in welfare of the people as they will get a variety of goods at the lowest price. The World Trade Organization is the move toward free trade. Accordingly, we trade when trade is liberalized or trade restrictions are removed, the production of the world will increase and the markets will be extended because of expansion of business. Those when textile quotas are abolished after 2005, Pakistan will be able to avail greater opportunity in the Western market. This will have a multiple time effects on the production and employment in the country. Those World Trade Organization is attached with greater and bright opportunity if they are wrapped. Second one is as told above that due to World Trade Organization the world market will be extended. Those if some goods are not sold in the domestic market, they would be sold out of in the foreign market. As a result, not only the time period of the products will increase, but the internal and external shortage of goods could also be met. Third one is the World Trade Organization will have the effect of the promoting the means of transportation and communication both at domestic and world level. Every country would desire for taking advantage of extended markets. For this, it will have to develop its transportation and communication sector, particularly the information technology, along with the growth of trade and goods and services. The process of learning and technological transfer could be accelerated. Fourth one is the World Trade Organization will have the effects of increasing competition in addition to opportunities. When firms are engaged in competition, they will increase their competitiveness, reduce their cost, and improve the quality of the products. Having different varieties, the competitiveness is attached with the price and quantity. It means that after World Trade Organization, the firms both at internal and external level will either compete on the basis of price or on the basis of quantity. Those World Trade Organization provides chances of the increasing quantity and lowering price. Those World Trade Organization provide chances of increasing quantity and lowering prices. Hence, the economies of scale could be reaped after the implementation of World Trade Organization rules and regulation. It is also clarified that lowering the prices does not permit dumping. For it, the World Trade Organization permits anti-dumping and countervailing duties whereby the dumping can be discouraged. Fifth one is the World Trade Organization will lead to shift the economy from the buyer market to seller market. It means that if number of sellers are few, sellers determine the prices, while in case of more seller, the role of seller in the determination of the prices are less. Those due to World Trade Organization when competition in the seller market increases the prices and the profits of the producers will decrease. But in case of the so many developing countries like Pakistan, the cost of production are higher. Those the firms which remain unable to reduce their cost they will suffer. Hence, the production and employment in some countries will be affected in such phenomenon how the poor economies could be able to explore the new markets. Sixth one is the World Trade Organization will encourage specialization. This will promote international division of labor. Those goods will be produced in the countries for which they are most suited. The gains from trade will be reaped by following the principles given by the Ricardian theory, comparative cost, Hickler-Owen theorem, and product life cycle theory. In this way, the efficiency of the economy will increase, which will benefit both the producer and the consumer. The World Trade Organization will promote marketing research in each economy. The purpose behind it is the enhance the share in the world market. As a result, the choice of the consumers will increase. The producers will produce the goods in accordance with the choice of the consumer. Such all will lead to increase the satisfaction of the consumer. 8.1 is the World Trade Organization will have the effects of encouraging the foreign private investment, particularly in the developing countries. In this way, the poor countries will be able to get not only financial resources but the technology also. The they which will freely invest after liberalized regime will become helpful to produce the new varieties of goods at reduced cost. Thus, they will also granted generate employment opportunity in developing countries. But such expansion will be able to at the cost of destruction of so many traditional sectors of the economy. Ninth one is the World Trade Organization is also aimed at the devising the international standard and measure regarding sanitary and phytosanitary field. As a result, the health standards regarding pest, plants, animals could be set. Consequently, Pakistan could not be debarred from entry into the consequently Pakistan market of the developing countries just on the ground of the poor sanitary and phytosanitary measures. The same would happen in the case of ecology and the environment. So, 10 last point is the World Trade Organization has also made an agreement regarding the intellectual property rights. This state of the affairs may not be helpful for Pakistan because it will lead to increase the cost of production of certain products and services. The information technology transfer will become costlier. But despite these merits, the World Trade Organization will protect, protect the rights of the author, scientist, organizer, or investor and innovators, whether they are from developing countries or underdeveloping countries. Now we discuss the effects of the World Trade Organization rules regarding balance of payment on the lower developing countries. The articles 12 and 14. The articles 12 and 18 are particularly concerned with the balance of payment problems of developing countries and lower developing countries. Under these articles, the members of the World Trade Organization can impose certain imports restriction in order to protect the falling position of their balance of payment. The balance of payment deficit will be serious problem for the developing countries. In the post of Doha period when the World Trade Organization will have attained much of the maturity, the World Trade Organization is aimed at removal of trade barriers and liberalization of world trade. In such phenomenon, there will be an increased demand for the products of the developing country as the underdeveloping countries fail to compete with the developing countries. As a result, the demand for strong currencies like dollar, yen, mark will be go on rising and creating heavy deficit on the parts of underdeveloping countries. In such state of affairs, the underdeveloping country like Pakistan can get an escape to impose imports restriction in order to save themselves from rising trade deficits. The import restrictions have been justified for the underdeveloping countries so that their process of attaining economic development could not suffer. Moreover, WTO World Trade Organization has also established the Dispute Settlement Committee, which entertain the effects of imposing import restriction by one member on the other member of the members. This will help to redress the suffering of the World Trade Organization members regarding balance of payment. Furthermore, the committee can also call upon IMF for documentation and supply of relevant statistics regarding balance of payment position of a members of, as IMF is a premier institution dealing with balance of payment problems. The World Trade Organization rules also require on the part of its members that they should not impose those restrictions which could create certain distortion both internally as well as externally. This will have the effects of the creating and improving the economic efficiency. Again, the World Trade Organization rules require that imposer members will have the announced when he is going to abolish the import restriction. This will create sense of the youth amongst underdeveloping countries rather than permanent inefficiency. Thanks for watching.